Caw! Caw! Can I get some cacaws in the chat? On the left side of the chat, ka. On the right side of the chat, ka. 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 Hey everyone, welcome to another day of Daddy's Dogma. We're gonna be playing Dragon's Dogma 2 in a little bit, but we are just flooded. The zone has been flooded with indie games. On this week on the podcast. Thank you for the cause in the chat. Much appreciated. I played and finished Indica, The Nun, Walking Simulator, horror adjacent indie game, but we got Animal Well this week. We got Little Kitty Big City. We got was it 1000X? I forget that name is called, but apparently that's really good. We got Crow Country, which is a game that feels right up my alley. Is a longtime fan of survival horror games. Haven't had a chance to check this out at all. All I know is that it's survival horror adjacent or inspired, while also mashing up with Final Fantasy VII in terms of some of its aesthetic. We'll try and unpack what all that is. So let's check out a little bit of Crow Country before we head back to Batal and beating the shit out of people in the world of Dragon's Dogma. Chris Rosenthal, 100 indie games parachute onto an island. It does, I gotta be honest, it does feel that way. Select a game mode, survival horror. Danger may be lurking around every corner. Exploration mode, you will not be attacked. Experience the game freely. Oh, well, I like the fact that both are here, but I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Whoa. Ugh. Okay, now the only thing that's missing here is a voiceover that says, Crow Country. Thank you, Stop, Drop, and Roll, for subscribing. Much appreciated. Amir 2 and a TV. Snipper Clips devs made this. That's news to me. News at 11. The Snipper Clip developers made an esoteric survival horror game starring a character named Mara Forrest. Special Agent Forrest. I'll try not to. I'm gonna do my best to not forget. I'm not okay. All right. Look, it's true. So I'm okay at remembering names. Frequently bad at pronouncing them. So choose your battle. Mara Forrest. Special Agent Mara Forrest. Mr. Tambo points out Nightmare Cart is at the end of the month, which is what? That's the copyright safe version of Bloodborne Cart. Okay, well, I can definitely see where the Final Fantasy VII polygonal model inspiration comes from. Fascinating. Look, love the fact that we just have a boundary box here. We're just out here with a gun. Okay. Can we interact with... It's the trunk of a car. Ye El Crow. Oh, I just have an ID card. There's blood on the ground. What happened here? So if I hold... Can I run? Oh yeah, classic hold B to run situation. So, interesting that they choose to not go with a fixed camera angle. Which is fine. I mean, oh yeah, just a nice, I'm sure that med kit's fine. Don't worry about it. Are there tank controls? That's an interesting question. Oh, so they actually map both on the controller. So if I use the D-pad, tank controls. If I use the analog stick, oh, someone points out, don't move the thumbstick, fixed camera angles baked in. Are you doing a goof, or did they actually build in fixed camera angles that they just let you mess around with? Because that would be extremely funny. Oh, okay. So this is this is how we do aiming. What does B do? I don't know yet. You'll notice the reticle kind of bobs a little bit. Oh, so that's reloading. I see. I see. A reloads. E fires. Do I, though? Whoops. Ah. So now I want to examine the camera angles when I get in. Okay, this doesn't look fixed. I mean, I guess. I mean, any camera that goes untouched is a fixed camera angle, I suppose, depending on how you think about it. This feels like you're supposed to manipulate the camera. Pocket light. I want to see if there any. Can I modify the aesthetic in any way? Full screen, gameplay HUD, exit arrows. That's all I get. Extra lives. Aiming camera swivel. I'm assuming. Is that the reticle bobbing? Oh, combat controls. Yeah, maybe we'll switch that. It's a diagram of a video game controller. Okay, that's all right. Grenade. Flashlight. All right, so I know we're going to get a grenade. I can check this out from the pause menu, too. All right. You can rotate the camera with R. Okay, so they do want you to rotate the camera. Also, the camera will quickly face forward when you press right button to use your weapon. Ah, that's an interesting change. I mean, it's part of what I love about a game like this and a lot of other games that are classically inspired. They're like fine line. Like, what do you take? What do you leave? What is interesting from the past? What do you want to change? What is ingrained? Oftentimes this is picking and choosing which part of your nostalgia is important to you, and then how does that align with the design goals you have for the project you're working on. So, in a traditional survival horror game, let's say had a fixed camera angle like this, when you pulled out your gun, it would just face forward. Here, they modify it so it sweeps behind the character. I would love the trash. Thank you. Is there an option to remove the film grain? I don't think you get any. I didn't see any graphics options other than to modify the HUD and knowing how to get out of an area. The advantage of using right trigger is it frees you up to rotate the camera. Oh, I see. So you can run and... Pick up the popcorn. What if we end up finding something later that we, Amir Tuna TV. The X-axis is nostalgia. The Y-axis is friction. That's a very funny way of putting it. Oh yeah, we're gonna investigate so much trash in this game. We got so many med kits. Small med kit, medium med kits, or this is med kit. Oh, I can't examine that? Surely. Hell yeah, I need more. I do think it's fascinating that you can have an exploration mode, right? And then it tells you something about the design principles of the game, where how much of a survival horror game would still be fun absent the combat. Like, I think Resident Evil 1, there's a decent amount of Resident Evil 1 that would still be good. The question is, can it function without the combat, right? So, presumably, what's happening here is not just a, oh, we've taken the enemies out. Like, what's left? What friction is there? What's interesting for the player? Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Vinny Bush's survival horror games without combat are just a kind of adventure games. But the measure by which you judge an adventure game is very different than a survival horror game, because a survival horror game, intrinsically, you have buckets of combat and exploration. When one bucket is removed, is it weighty enough to still be interesting? All right. Oh, we're loading up early here. There's something in there, but I can't get at it. Oh, come on. It's blocked by a pile of old bones. Just, we need a specific tool for the old bones? Come on. I simply would remove the old bones. Strange sighting at abandoned theme park? Aspiring paranormal photographer Arthur Mole sent in a Polaroid he took while exploring the abandoned amusement park Crow Country. Could this thing possibly be real, or is it just another hoax? Here at Beyond Magazine, we're not convinced. Try a little harder next time, Arthur. Ooh. Don't like that. Vending machines and trash cans may provide you with supplies if you're running low. You can also get hand count ammo from the trunk of your car. So you can, that's it. Okay, that's interesting. Survival horror games, frequently, one of their tension points is ammo conservation. So you end up doing something like, I will use the pistol aggressively to save my shotgun ammo, to save my grenade launcher ammo. And oftentimes what ends up happening by the end of the game is I have a billion shotgun shells, a billion grenades, and I didn't actually use these higher tier weapons. And it's fun. I like that tension. It can be done better. It can be done worse. Here is interesting, where you can always just go back to the start of the game and get handgun ammo if you use up everything you have. So the friction is, you got to run back. I don't know how big this game is. Press them at the same time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Things are dry now. Seems so convenient. That's funny. Okay, I'm not punished for reloading. Doesn't use an entire clip. There was some game I played that dispensed of the clip. Is that Hellblade? Or not Hellblade. Helldivers, where it dispenses at a clip while you're reloading it. Ooh. Okay, oh, we got a barrel. We got a barrel, people. Hey, hey, Ma! This game's got an exploding barrel. Hello, Mr. Crow. I'm looking for your boss. Do you know where he is? Ooh, I want to use that barrel. Can I crush this crate? Maybe later I'll be able to get something. A bronze. Okay, so we have a silver keyhole, and we have a bronze keyhole. Lock from the other side. Classic of the genre. Do we have a map that's filling out? Not yet. You have 10 credits remaining. Would you like to hear your fortune? Is this a hint system? Talk to the tree fairy to enter the fairy pond. Okay, so this is a hint system. Okay, is there something in here? It's a bottle containing an antidote. All right. I'm already getting shotgun. Wow, with this game, I don't expect this game is 20 hours long, but I really enjoy. Within 15 minutes, the game's like, hey, by the way, like, I mean, you know how this works. You're gonna get a shotgun. I wonder if you're actually gonna do inventory management in here. Ooh, I don't want to step on that. That seems bad. Silver keyhole. Fine, I admit it. I dropped the bronze key into the fairy pond. It was an accident. It was such a problem if we'd made a spare. There's something wrong with the ventilator in the fairy pond area. We think something might have crawled into the pipe and died. Don't run the ventilator, and if you do, hold your breath. Seriously. Francois Simmons. Curious about this game. What do you think so far, Patrick? Anyone else played it? I'm a sucker for PlayStation visuals making a comeback. I mean, I like the aesthetic. I like the vibe. I like the different ways it's interpreting nostalgia. Beyond that, it's hard for me to say too much about how I feel about the game. But now the question is, can I shoot this? Yes. Okay. Well, now we got to go back and shoot that. Octasco, Magnum bullets incoming soon. I mean, it does feel that way, you know. You can quickly defeat enemies by exploring the red barrels. Similarly useful are the blue electrical generators found on some walls. Okay. Kick it again. Third time's the charm. Kevin M, I feel like they're giving you way too much stuff without anything really happening, I guess. I will say it is sort of, to borrow an item I just picked up, shotgunning a lot of what happens in these games pretty quickly. Like even here, like giving me tips on barrels, enemies, before I've actually encountered those enemies. Usually, you know, it's the classic like Resident Evil 1 sort of situation where you have your first encounter with a zombie. It's a surprise. It's shocking. You don't know what you're supposed to do, and then you sort of start picking up on tips from the game, your own reactions to how the systems work. But again, as some people are pointing out, I think this game is like 4 hours long, so it's got to pick and choose its battles. A headshot also has a chance of decapitating some enemies. Oh, well, we're absolutely going for the headshot. about this? Can we blow... Ooh, okay. Those are also Oh, hell yeah. 2106. Let's remember that, chat. So, this also seems like this was... The game mentioned this was something that could help with enemies. Do you shoot it? You do. Oh. Well, there was only one way to find out, so... Who can truly get mad at me? It's a little house. Is this a real door? I think it's locked, but there's no keyhole. What about the little post box? Okay, bronze key. Bronze key is somewhere in the, I love all of these items in the... Am I gonna get a grenade already? Okay, hell yeah. Already got a grenade. I've got a grenade, I've got shotgun shells. I have these bear traps on the floor, I've got barrels, and we have not fought a single enemy yet. Yeah, I'm scared too, man. Alright, 2... Oh. Right? That was 2016, right? Oh, 2106. Oh, but there's no 0. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. This guy's gonna turn, right? You gotta be in bad shape. Sir, what happened here? What? Who? My name is Mara Forrest. I'm here to help. They attacked me. All I wanted was proof. What's your name? Arthur Mole. I just needed a clearer photo. Photo of what? Who attacked you, Arthur? Those things. I don't know. Those people. They saw me and... All right, stay calm. You're bleeding quite badly. I should help him. What did you say your name was? Mara. Ugh. Come on. I think we should take a look at your leg. Give healing item. I guess you can have the large med kit. Does it matter which one I give him? Ugh. Thanks. I still feel kind of bad. Come on, let's move you to somewhere safe. You don't look too heavy. Where's safe? I moved Arthur to my car. He'll be safe there for now. Oh. Weird. Okay. It's an old cigarette machine. I'm not allowed to smoke. Okay. Well, I gave him a large med kit, and then the game gave me a large med kit. Oh. Tree Lady, 3184. I gotta be honest, I'm ready to take on these enemies whenever they show up. Hello. I think I remember. You have to talk to her? There was some kind of phrase you had to say. Alright. So we gotta find that. I assume at some point enemies will just start roaming around. I feel like that's like my sense of like what's gonna change in the environment at some point. Oh, okay. that happened rather suddenly. Ah! She was, I don't know, she took that like a champ. Like, whoop, look at these crazy creatures. Time to dispose of them. The fire marshal was here this morning, said the following rooms are due for inspection. Crow's Lounge, Model Railway, Utility Quarters, Submarine, Crow's Office, Wednesday, Crow's Labs. Ooh, Underground. That's a classic of the genre. She also said we need to replace the Ocean Kingdom storeroom door. Ship to... Oh, samples of geological interest. It's full of rocks. Each one is embedded with pieces of shiny metal. Is this a crate full of gold ore? Can I ask why the dig site access is that cute little house? Don't you think there's a chance that some kind of kid would want to go looking in there? At the very least, let's keep it locked via the keyhole on the mailbox. Love it. I want... Let me in the vent. Is this a save room? Remember, to get into the fairy pond area, say this out loud to the fairy. Hear me, O great fairy of fairest forest. It's pretty sensitive. It won't work if you haven't access. Sorry, Diego. It's a magazine. It's a collection of video game tips. Okay. Map. Alright, look at that. Now this is a video game. Staring into the flames, I feel something. It's a curious mixture of hope and dread. Maybe everything will be okay. And maybe it won't. Oh, that's a hilarious save spot! Incredible. That's the good stuff. Oh, these are all the staff memos. It's a couch? Oh, we gotta sit on it. Oh yeah, we be sitting. It's comfortable, but I don't like sitting on it. So are we... It doesn't look like we're doing inventory management. Looks like the game is just like, hey, it takes up a slot, we add it to the slot. It's just not gonna make you do that. A small tank of gasoline. Sure. It's a cabinet. There's a keypad. Oh no, this doesn't have a 0. Because there was that thing scrawled on the ground. This is a 2106, I think. Holman's Records. Monday morning, driving to work. Boss calls into my car radio. Something has obviously gone wrong. Intruder alarm going off in the second unit. Boss thinks someone is down there. Get to work, check the security cameras. Someone is down there. He's standing right by the pool with a capital P. All security doors down to the pool, capital P, are locked. Check security records. Doors untouched since 6 p.m. on Friday. Alarm has only just been triggered. I turn on the intercom, try to communicate. No response, but I can hear the sound he's making. Something is wrong. His clothes don't fit him. Something is very wrong. Now kick this fucking vending machine. Aw. Ooh. Oh. You can only do the 180-degree turn with the D-pad. It does not work with the analog stick. Now, granted, you can just move forward and back, so you can accomplish the same thing. But that's very funny. The amount of ammo, med, kit stuff you're getting in this game, it's survival horror. It does have enemies, but it does not strike me as that kind of game. What was the phrase? The chat's probably gonna have to help me remember. Hear me, O great fairy of fairest forest. Hear me, O great fairy of fairest forest. Ah! I'm not fighting those things. Oh. Oh, now they're enemies. Now the world is just full of horrible creatures. Look at this. Oh, I am poisoned. Hear me, O great fairy. Welcome, child. Will you protect our precious natural world? Thank you, HellaPro 101, for subbing. Okay, there doesn't seem to be a reason to fight enemies, necessarily. Toilet. So everything else is locked. Does that mean I didn't try? The door at the end? Cosmic Future, coming summer 1990. Here at Crow Country, we can't wait to share our optimistic vision of the future with you. Just trash. But did I get the banana peel? I simply think you should give it to me. HellaPro 101, thanks. You guys are awesome. And a follow of yours, Austin's, and Rob's work for a long time. Well, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you've been enjoying our work. Hopefully you've been enjoying everything we've been doing at Remap over the past almost a year. Almost a year? Hey, Ed! Did you know that Remap's been around for almost a year? Want some good news? I finally found a good site for our gold mine. It's in Para, northern Brazil. Just like we wanted. There's a disused mine here. The locals gave up on it years ago. It's still in decent shape, so it shouldn't be too much work to get it looking the part. Give me something. Kick. presume I'll get in there somehow at some point. Yeah, Mutton Bandit, but Banana Peel would be so good to trip enemies. I agree. They should let me use the Banana Peel. So now do enemies respawn? Like, how does the game handle... It's a wheel. It doesn't turn. There's a strange mechanical swan head. Do I need to put something in its mouth? I just have this ID card. Alright. I mean, it's a survival horror game. I'm gonna need more odd items. Cancel your weekend plans with the in-laws and grab your sunglasses. A brand new theme park is opening just a few miles southeast of Atlanta. Explore Fairy Tale Town, Haunted Hilltop, and Ocean Kingdom at Crow Country, which promises a day full of fun and adventure for the whole family. The park is owned by the one Mr. Edward Crow, a lifelong Atlanta local and landowner. Yes, that's right, it appears he named the park after himself. Not much is known about Mr. Crow, other than the vague, unsubstantiated reports that he is exceptionally wealthy. Nonetheless, we look forward to seeing what Crow Country has to offer when it opens its gates this summer. If a swan breaks down, just take the egg out of its wheel system. Doing so disables the radio signal and locks the wheel until you can get a mechanic out to fix it. So the eggs are going missing. I think the kids are stealing them. Luckily, it turns out you can use anything as long as it's about the right size and shape. It's weird. I'd assume that the eggs were magnetic or something, but apparently not. Okay, so clearly you're gonna... More shotgun shells. What happened in this place? Alright, so we'll have to come back with some other obscure item. Alright, we'll progress a little bit further, and then we'll make our way over to Dragon's Dogma. I mean, Otis makes a good point. Now that Remap is almost a year old, shouldn't you guys get started on a mysterious mining operation where stray things lurk in the depths? Too. It's a good point. I think as a consolation prize, we'll just start getting quotes from different places where you could rent a video space for a couple of days to do a live stream. But I mean, who could say? One or the other. Options on the table. Those who seek the truth stare into the pure reflective water of our fairy pond. Okay. Let me look. Let me reflect. Fuck! Okay. Well. Did that do anything? So the guy who fixed the water filter did it by running it through the air ventilation system. You run the filter pump behind the curtain with the incorrect pressure, too high or too low, it'll trigger the ventilator. Be careful. You can tighten up the pressure using the valve handle. Ow, did I just get hurt? Let me have it! Let me keep the banana peel. Cowards. Who took the Ocean Kingdom restaurant trident? That thing is expensive. And without it, we can't do the Happy Birthday Sea Monster song. Someone said they saw it with the in the Witchwood? I'd go check, but that place gives me the creeps. Watch out for metal bear traps. Laying on the ground, you can set them off from a safe distance with a single handgun. Does that mean you can't lead? Oh. The very last time I went to the theater with Ophelia, we saw an action movie about a cybernetic man from the future. I didn't really get it, but she loved it. She wouldn't stop talking about it. I got to work designing this cyborg crow, since I thought she would like it. I was going to propose to Edward as a new themed area of the park. After I lost Ophelia, I shelved the project. I think the eye is made from a laser sight. Magnum laser. So is this like a... Oh, that's a secret. Like I found a hidden wall. So... I can't modify the pump. I guess just pull the lever. There's this control box. Right, that's only for when it comes through. So, let's see, what... Oh, this modifies it. Alright, well... Maybe that? Oh! It goes back. I see, I see. Ah, don't get hurt. Okay. Wait for that to cross over into the white. Neat. What did that do? Was that anything? Can I shoot that now? Like what? There's a little target on the ground. That's a reflection, right? Ooh! Neat! That's fun. Nothing else back here. Let me back. Wow, we solved a puzzle? Man, that doesn't happen to Patrick very often. Oh. So now enemies just start randomly appearing. They don't seem to drop anything. So I wonder if this is how the game tries to get around this idea of when you take the enemies out. Well, enemies aren't dropping anything. The enemies don't drop anything on Resident Evil either. But they're more confrontational. So how does the game mark unsolved puzzle? So it's telling me there was another puzzle in there? I wonder if that was the thing that's behind the door? Oh, swan boats, sorry. I see. But I do see there's the door behind the fairy pond. I wonder if you come back around somewhere else. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go save. Just through here, right? This game is neat. So this is Crow Country. It's out now. I don't know if it's on anything but PC. Let's see. It looks like it's out on everything. It's on Steam, it's on PS5, Xbox Series X and S. So if you think it's neat, looks like you can check this out on a bunch of different platforms. All right. Now is Kato there actively listening? We're Kakado, Kakado, Kakado. Kato just cacawed at me in a Discord DM. All right, Kato, we're gonna switch over.